We still don't know the motive. Why would Mr. Allen kill these two young girls?
Delphi, Indiana, a tranquil town blessed by nature's abundance, from luxurious greenery and rolling hills to peaceful rivers and an inviting riverbank. Delphi is a genuinely charming town, teeming with natural wonders that grace its beautiful streets and riverbank. However, this peace would be broken, and fear would take hold of the small town because of an event no one saw coming. Abby and Libby had just embarked on a hiking trail when tragedy struck. A seemingly serene hiking trail became the epicenter of investigations for years to come. Join us as we unravel the dark deeds of an elusive monster. February 13th, 2017. On the afternoon of February 13th, the family member of Libby's took her and her best friend Abby to Monon High Bridge, where they went on the nearby trail. A few hours later, a family member was waiting to pick them up, but the girls did not show. The girls were reported missing by family members, missing around 5:30 p.m. the following night. The next day, the girls' bodies were discovered by searchers approximately 34 miles away from an abandoned railway bridge. February 15, 2017. A few days after Abby and Libby's disappearance, Indiana State Police released photos of a person found trailing the two girls. The photos were taken from Abby's phone moments before they met their untimely demise. Whoever this person was, he was now the #1 suspect in the case. They asked for the public's help to identify him. The photos taken with Libby's cell phone revealed the man whose face couldn't be identified, as he walked over a bridge and then toward the teenagers. February 22, 2017. State police detectives issued audio of a man's voice calling, "Down the hill," soliciting anyone who recognizes the voice to contact them. Similar to the images of the man, this audio was recorded via Libby's mobile phone, as if her soul was guiding the detectives right to the killer. July 2017. On July 17th, a sketch of a person believed to be the principal suspect in the girls' murders was released to the public. The image was based on the general build of the person taken from the video. The image depicts an unidentified white male with an imposing nose and goatee. He's sporting a hat and what appears to be the hooded top of a sweater. The suspect, according to police, has reddish-brown hair, measures between 5 and 6 feet tall, and weighs around 180 to 220 pounds. Police asked the public to look at the facial appearances and then contact police with any information that they think could assist in identifying the man. April 2019. 2 years later, after Libby and Abby had been murdered, police released a revised sketch and claimed it more precisely represents the men believed to be their murderer than the original sketch. The police said that the suspect details were drawn up early during their probe, and police initially thought that sketches released in July of 2017 of a man in white with a large beard and nose, probably in his 40s or 50s, was an important person during this murder investigation. A statement by Indiana State Police sought to clarify the details of two sketches in the name of the multi-agency task force investigating the murders. The sketch release now represented the appearance of the man who was captured on video footage taken by the phone of Libby, and the man walking along the bridge of the railroad that was abandoned, according to the statement of police. The police also released an extended audio file that they claim captures the suspect uttering, "Guys, down the hill," as if signaling the girls to go down the hill. December 2021, the authorities began investigating whether Keegan Kline may have been involved in the murders. According to the officials, the social media page he set up was among the few who spoke to Libby before her disappearance. Based on a probable cause affidavit obtained from court documents, Kline created the Anthony Shots Instagram account and used a picture of a male model to connect with an underage girl and solicit private photos. Kline was not officially named a suspect in the murders. Kline was convicted of 30 charges connected to child abuse, child pornography, and solicitation by children arising in the raid of his Peru, Indiana home in 2017. October 13, 2022. On October 13th, a warrant was issued to search the residence at North Whiteman Drive. It was the same place where Mr. Allen lived with his wife, Kathy. According to the affidavit, they discovered guns, knives, and a Sig Sauer model .226 pistol. He came into question as an unspent .40 caliber bullet was discovered in the middle of the bodies of the 13-year-old Abby Williams and Libby German, 14, as per an affidavit of probable cause issued in the Indiana State and Richard M. Allen case. Police haven't divulged the reason for their death, stating only that they shed a significant amount of blood following an attack by an unknown weapon. They were not killed at the same spot where the bodies of their victims were found. The Indiana State Police Laboratory analyzed the weapon and found that the unspent bullet around 2 feet away from the victim's body had belonged to the gun of Mr. Allen, as per the document. The unspent casing was fired probably through a failed discharge, and that enabled the casing to have micro-level marks left behind on it. This is what the investigators used to connect the bullet to the gun and ultimately to its owner. Allen confirmed that he owned the gun. Allen acknowledged that he had owned the firearm since 2001, and his wife Kathy has allegedly confessed to police that he was the sole owner of the firearm. Allen did not provide any explanation for the incident. According to the document, Allen did not explain why the bullet that was not fired got stuck between the bodies of the 2 teens who died. It also revealed how one victim could be recorded calling out "gun" on a terrifying video on Libby's cell phone before her death. October 28, 2022. Based on police reports, Richard Allen was taken into custody on suspicion of the murders of the 2 girls. April 3, 2023. When he was in jail in the early hours of April 3rd, Allen talked with his wife. He allegedly confessed on several occasions that he'd murdered Abby and Libby. Following this call to Allen's wife, Allen's lawyers made an emergency motion, stating that Allen's mental condition had diminished and that he needed a move if Westville Correctional Facility was unfit in the court document. The complaint was made on April 20th by a prosecutor who requested that Allen's mental health as an inmate was deteriorating. Allen refused to eat or sleep and was taking notes on paperwork obtained from his attorney. June 15, 2023. At the court hearing on June 15th, defense attorneys argued that the confessions of Allen cannot be trusted due to his declining physical and mental health. Allen was analyzed by 2 psychiatrists as well as 1 psychologist to determine whether the patient required involuntary medications or if he needed to be transferred to a new facility. According to the document, they concluded Allen did not require involuntary medications and therefore didn't require being transferred. After the meeting, Allen started eating and sleeping differently, and his behavior began to return to the state before his admission on April 3rd. Allen has pleaded not guilty to the murders. According to court records, Allen admitted to the police of being on the hunt the day of the murders, but he denied any involvement with the murders of the girls. In a report submitted in the name of the prosecutor on June 13th in a separate effort to acquire Allen's medical records, the prosecutor claimed Allen acknowledged having committed murder no less than 5 times while speaking to his wife or mother via telephones in jail. The prosecutor's report further stated that investigators believe they have heard the sound of guns being recycled from the film retrieved from Libby's cell phone. Based on footage from one of the victims' smartphones, Abby or Libby mentioned a gun while an individual approached them per the probable cause declaration. Another report released mentioned the role played by a knife during the murders. Police believe a gun was fired during the abduction of the girls, as well as the murders due to an unfinished round that was found on their bodies, prosecutors stated. In contrast, investigators believe that a knife was utilized to commit the murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty German. This petition was submitted on June 13th in opposition to the defense's motion to disperse evidence found in an arrest warrant for Allen's residence. The June 13th report filed by the state in opposition to the defense's motion for suppression further notes articles of clothing belonging to the girls' bodies were not found at the scene, which is where the bodies of the girls were discovered, including a pair of underwear as well as a sock. To this day, the families of Abby and Libby are waiting for justice. Their killer is strongly suspected to be Allen, however, people still wait the final verdict. If you like this video, consider subscribing to keep updated on our new releases. Comment down below any case you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay safe out there.